main difference with Watch Dogs 1, I would gotta say, it's the tone. Like, when you do a Watch Dogs game, it starts with reality. And we decided to go for San Francisco this time around, which means it had to drive all of our other decisions afterwards. When you go and visit the Bay Area, you can see through Silicon Valley, listen to all the pitch of the companies, hear the people talking, and you pretty much draw the conclusion that most of the people who built those huge companies that changed the way we live our day-to-day lives started almost as hackers, like people who look at things differently, think outside the box, can go beyond the preconceived rules of how things should work. And I think this innovative way of thinking and this open-minded type of state of mind forced us to go in a different direction for the best. Like to have a Marcus Holloway that is a younger hacker, brilliant, have this young attitude to feel like everything is still possible to do. Felt like it was more inclined to fit with the idea of California. The same goes for hacking, having something a lot more open, letting the player play more analogically with all of the different aspects around them. So instead of pointing at something and pressing a button and have a preconceived outcome, now you can point at every car, remote control them, and do what you want with them. Create your own solution, which is exactly the kind of state of mind we wanted, to have that freedom to go there. So more openness into the gameplay, a fresh new tone that fits with California, and add to that the openness of the world. So if we want to go open and creative and give more choice to players on the gameplay, you want to go for the game structure as well. A DedSec hacker is someone who's part of a community, and they work with operations. So instead of following a straight storyline, this time around you can find the different operations in the world. You can have one that explores the impact of social media on your democracy. On the other hand, you can find a company that digs into AI and robotics, and you can dig into that. Or you can dig into profiling and pre-crime, and all of these different stories are separated operations that have a beginning, middle, and end. And once you finish them, you release a huge video, impact the world about it, expose the truth, create debates, and get followers. And followers becomes your currency in the entire game. So you can use it to unlock new skills and have even more choice in the end. So if I had to sum it up, Watch Dogs 2 is a lot more freedom, a lot more choice, and a fresh new tone to enjoy the fun that goes with it. So the new map of the Bay Area offers a lot of diversity. Like, not only there's San Francisco, the city, but there's also Oakland that offers a more dangerous areas to explore. You have the Marine County, and also on the other side you have even Silicon Valley. They each offer their own experiences. When we went in San Francisco, we had to revisit the scale of the map for the simple reason that in Watch Dogs 1, we always wanted to go for density. It's still true with Watch Dogs 2. I'm not a big fan of creating huge map just for the sake of making them big. It needs to fit the game. That being said, seeing the Golden Gate Bridge, seeing the huge vistas, making sure that Alcatraz is well placed in the vistas, just to pull that off, we had to double the map easily in order to be able to pull it off, and then made sure that we had enough density in there. So not only we have many different operations and each have a collection of missions, but we also have a lot more stuff you can do in the free roam. So there's areas that are already protected by people, so you can find a lot more threats and interesting stuff to do in gameplay without even being in a mission. And if you add to that all the co-op aspect of the game, which has their own progression of operations as well, it gives up for a much more dense and a big game than the first one. DedSec is a international hacking group, right, that uses online to build their own community, just like other hacking group in the real world. So let's say that in the first game we were more focusing on the Chicago aspect of DedSec. This time around we're in a small cell of people who are part of DedSec within San Francisco. And the way it works is it all tries to try and fix the problems that are happening around there. Of course, when you start working all your operation, it's going to give you the opportunity to explore all of the different characters that are surrounding Marcus. Marcus is a guy who was gentrified from San Francisco and ended up in Oakland. grew up in Oakland with his family, lived a lot of frustrations. CTOS ended up profiling him the wrong way, got accused of a couple of crimes because he knew how computers worked, even though it was not him. So he decided to join that sect and try to make a difference, along with the guys like the Wrench. Wrench is the punk guy with the mask, and that guy is a bit more about destructing stuff in his passage, while still having a few jokes like going around to keep things fun. On the other side, you have Satara, who's the artist of she's the artist of the group. So she's the one that's really into the ideals, the debates of ethics, and she's giving the colors to that sect. So all the looks you see, graffitis, even the stuff we have in our t-shirt, it all comes from the mind of Satara. And we have Josh, the mechanic, the guy who's a genius who can figure out how to build drones and these kind of stuff, and he's in charge of the 3D printer as well. So he's the one who brings all the gadget, and also he's the best coder of the bunch, so he's the one who can break stuff like when it's needed at any point in time. And be a DedSec hacker, so you can blow our mind with what you can do with the hacking we're going to offer you when the game comes out.